Hello everybody and thanks for another food review. This time it's not fast food, but it is a restaurant that you can go to for eating. It's Chili's new Prime Rib Burrito. Apparently Chili's have gotten into the business of burritos. They had a couple other ones, but Prime Rib, I mean...
It's different.
Very different. I've never heard of that. This is going to be interesting because one side clearly has a salsa verde on it, a green sauce, and the other side has just a red sauce on it. And then an overall kind of like a... what is that? A corn salsa that covers the whole thing, but obviously this side's going to taste a lot different than this side. And then the prime rib in the middle. So I'm going to go with the green side first. I'm bypassing the fork, which maybe was a bad idea because it's a little soggy.
That's really good.
So first impressions of the green side, we'll call it. The shell is soft. There's a lot of shell, but it's not overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you get a burrito, there's a lot in the middle.
It's got a nice flavor.
Real good. The rice is really good. There's no beans inside of it. They give you a side of beans, which is kind of cool. That way you can eat it separately if you want to. You don't have to eat it at all. Or you can just put them in there.
Well done cooked. It's not like
right
like it is sometimes, usually.
The prime rib is definitely, it's not what you would consider prime rib, where it's a bit on the rare side. That would be kind of gross, burrito dripping with blood. It's not like that, but it's tender too. Let me try a piece of
soft.
it on its own, or not. There's the prime rib itself. It's very soft. So that's the salsa verde sauce is actually really good. If anything, I think that stands out almost more than the meat.
It has a slight spiciness to it, and it's good.
Very mild, but as far as heat goes. But it's funny is obviously the prime rib is a unique thing about this burrito. But for me, just biting it, I don't know if I would notice that was anything other than steak.
Tastes like steak.
A steak burrito, but the sauce makes it stand out a little bit more. Okay, this one I'm gonna go a little cleaner. First bite of the red side. Definitely a little spicier. I still had some of the green in it. I could definitely taste it. It is spicier. I mean, it's just apples and oranges. One's a red sauce, one's a green sauce. A little smoky. It tastes almost a little chipotle. Not Chipotle the restaurant, but like the smoky pepper. Well, at least my opinion on this is it's very tasty. It's a good size. It was not cheap though. $11.29 before tax. That's an expensive burrito. Other ones were like $8, $9. This is because it's prime rib. Funny is the thing that made it more expensive is one of the least standout parts of it. The prime rib itself, you would never eat that and be like, this is prime rib. This is top-notch meat. It just tastes like a good steak burrito. The best way to describe this, I think, is if you don't like your burritos really seasoned, like very, very seasoned, this doesn't seem to have a lot of seasoning. The seasoning comes from the ingredients, which I actually think is kind of cool. It's not bland.
No, not at all.
The flavor came from the red onions, the chopped up tomatoes, and peppers.
Cilantro.
The cilantro.
I think there's lime in it too.
I think it has more of a natural flavor to it. And I really like it, actually. To compare it to, like, Chipotle, that's tough, man.
They're different because this is smothered. It's called
Because you got Tijuana Flats, you got Chipotle, you got, obviously now them, you got the Qdoba, you got Moe's. They're all in the same vein, but different in their own way. I'd say if any of those, this is more like Moe's. Raw ingredients put in there. That's like, no, that's Chipotle rice. That's Chipotle chicken. No doubt. Even sour cream, of which I do not think there's sour cream in this. Do they have cheese in here?
On top there was, so you can see there's cheese right there.
Yeah. Very little on the cheese, huh?
Don't really need it.
No, that's weird. I didn't even...
Usually I like tons of cheese on mine.
Yeah, I didn't make that connection that there wasn't much cheese, but it's what they consider a wet burrito. Wet burrito. Bad terminology, but it is because it soaks in the sauce they put on top, and that makes it very, very tender. But yet not falling apart because the shell is really good. I would recommend it if you don't mind spending $12 on a burrito. I say 8.5 Pikachus. There's a half one. That's a little weird. Sorry.
Yeah.
Worth trying. This one's a little expensive. Maybe try one of the other ones unless you just absolutely have to try the prime rib one. But we both think that it's well worth trying, and it's very tasty. And Chili's, you done did a good job. So real quick, we're gonna go ahead and try the beans separately because it has tomatoes in it.
Oh.
So I'm guessing this is kind of looks like jalapenos too. That's kind of your option to put them on there or have them separately. Cilantro. Ooh, damn, those are tasty.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm. Very clearly tastes cilantro.
Very good.
There's jalapeno and there's tomatoes, and they're actually really tasty. I guess again, the price point's high, but I like that they are jumping into the burrito foray. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, but I mean, come on, who doesn't like a burrito? The more the merrier, right? Definitely 8.5 Pikachus and a Gengar, and then James. If you decide to go out and try this, let us know what you think and which one you had. If you had the same one or if you get a different one, because I am really curious now to see what the chicken one or the pork one tastes like. Thank you for watching. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and we will continue to eat until our heart's content, which is never. So we're gonna always eat.